Hello students, good morning. Today we will start a new topic, that is the probability, in which we will learn about the random variable, discrete random variable, probability distribution, problem based on probability distribution, mean and variance of random variable, Bernoulli trial and binomial distribution. We will start with what is the random variable. In the random variable, as probability, we will discuss about only the random experiment. Now let us suppose that if x is the random variable which is associated with the random experiment, it is defined as a real valued function. That means random variable is a real valued function having its domain as the sample space. Its domain, its sample space. Its sample space is the domain in this experiment. Now, discrete random variable. Now, we have already discussed that if we take the random variable as the x variable, then if a random variable x assumes countable, means whenever the random variable is a countable sample space are there, that is called the discrete random variable. A random variable x assumes countable number of values, that is range set of x is a countable set. Then x is called the discrete random variable. Now I am taking one example for more understanding. Random experiment of tossing 3 coins. Now when we toss 3 coins, their sample space is there. Their sample space is either there will be 3 head, either there will be 2 head and 1 tail, either there will be tail will be in center and head will be there. Next sample space will be THH, HTT, THT, TTH, TTT. Now as we know, the total base of a coin is 2, and if we toss for the 3 times, the total possibilities is 8 there. Now here are the total 8 sample space. Now, if we consider that the random variable is a number of tails, how many number of tails are there? So there are so many conditions. Either there will be no tail, that means x is equal to 0. Either there will be one tail is there. These two are the sample space in which one tail is there. Either there will be 2 tail, either there will be 3 tail. Now, it means in a random variable, for the success of number of tails, there are the conditions. Either there will be a 0 tail, 1 tail, 2 tail and 3 tail. That means the range set of the random variable x is 0, 1, 2 and 3, which is a countable set. So x is a discrete random variable. Now we will do the related problem on the probability distribution. Let us suppose a die is thrown 3 times. Getting a 6 is considered as success. We have to find out the probability distribution of a number of the successes. Now we will start with the solution. First we will let that x is the random variable and that is the number of successes. How many times we have thrown the dice? We have thrown the dice at a 3 times. So we will consider as a 3 there. Let getting a 6 is considered as the success. It is given there. Getting a 6 considered as the success. That is the value of the x. Getting a 6 is considered as success. Therefore, let x be a random variable defined as the number of successes. Now, when we throw a 3 dice, the conditions are to be same there. Now, let all non-6s are there. It will be a condition. If there will be no 6, that means x is 0. Either 1 6 and 2 non-6 will be there. Either 2 6 and 1 non-6 will be there. Or either all are the 6s there. Now in this type of probability distribution, first we will find out that if whatever the cases are there, it is fixed or unfixed case. If there is the unfixed case, with the help of the factorial, we make that the fixed case is there. Now we are having the value of x. X is 4, x is 0, x is 1, x is 2 and x is 3 there. Now if we can consider that there is a no 6. No 6 means other 5 numbers are there. Other 5 numbers are there means favorable outcomes are 5 and total possible outcomes are 6. 5 upon 6, 5 upon 6 and 5 upon 6. As the case is fixed, that is there is a no factorial term. It will be 125 upon 216. For the second case, when there is a 1 6 and 2 non-6s. 1 6 means favorable outcome is 1, total possible outcome is 6 there. Now other numbers are 5 there. So when no 6s are there, so 5 favorable outcome and total possible outcome is 6 there. 2 cases हैं, तो 5 upon 6, 5 upon 6. Total are 3 cases, 3 factorial. 1 is the non-6, 1 is 6 and 2 are the non-6s. So it will be 1 factorial and 2 factorial. When we solve the value, so it will be equal to 75 upon 216. The second case is there. When the x is equal to 2, means now the probability distribution is 2 there. 1 upon 6, 1 upon 6 and 5 upon 6. Now there are the cases when 2 cases are for the 6 and 1 is for the non-6. 2 cases are for 6 and 1 is for the non-6. So it will be again, how many cases are there? 3 factorial upon 2 factorial, because 2 is the 6's case and 1 is the non-6's case. 5 upon 216. When we solve the value, it will be 15 upon 216. Now for the third case, when x is equal to 3 there. So in this case, all are the 6. In this case, all are the 6. So 1 upon 6, 1 upon 6 and 1 upon 6. There will be no again factorial because this is also the fixed case. 1 upon 2216. Now probability distribution of x is there. First of all, we are having a column for x. What are the cases for x there? That cases is 0, 1, 2 and 3. And the probability for these cases are 125 upon 216, 75 upon 216, 15 upon 216 and 1 upon 216. Now I am taking one more example here. A bag contains 2 red and 3 black balls. We have to find the probability distribution. Again, probability distribution give us a hint that we will first consider the random variable. And what is the random variable is there? The number of red ball if 2 balls are drawn out. Now total number of drawn out ball is given there. Number of ball drawn is 2. Now let getting a red ball is success case. Because condition is there that we have a red ball there. So let getting a red ball is a success condition. That is the random variable. Now because total balls are there. 2 are red and 3 are black ball. The total number of balls are 5 there. Now we have to find out the probability for the 2 red ball. So there will be a condition. Either both balls are black. Means no red ball is there. Second condition, 1 red and 1 black ball is there. Third is a condition, both are the red ball. Now, first condition, if both are black, that means again fixed case is there. Both black, no change. 1 red and 1 black. 1 red, 1 black. Both red, again fixed case. That means, in this case, when both red, so 2 balls are there. When 1 red and 1 black, we have to consider red is the success, so 1 is there. 0 is there. Now we will find out the probability for the different cases of the random variable. When x is equal to 0, means no red ball is there. So how many total black balls are there? 3. Total number of balls divided by total black ball divided by total number of ball. 3 upon 5. Multiply. Because case is without replacement. Without replacement means outcomes will be changed. Whether that is the favorable outcome or it is the total possible outcome. So when we have taken out about the 3 black balls, so 3 upon 5, 1 black ball is less, so it will be 2, total will be 4 there. 3 upon 10 after doing the calculation. Same when we are consider that ki one red and one black ball is there, so it can change the position. When it can change the position, so it is the unfixed case. First of all, one red and one black. Where first we will take the black ball condition. Total number of black ball is 3. Total balls are 5. Total number of red ball is 2. Then the total number of balls are 4 there. Because unfixed case, so we will consider it 2 factorial upon 1 factorial into 1 factorial. By solving, it will be 6 upon 10. Same when we are considering that 2 red ball, then again the fixed case, how many total red balls are there? 2. How many total balls are there? 5. So it will be 2 upon 5 into 1 upon 4. When we solve it, so it will be 1 upon 10 there. Now we will make a table. Probability distribution is there. How many cases for x are there? That is the 0, 1 and 2. And probability distribution for these cases is 3 upon 10, 6 upon 10 and 1 upon 10. Now, if we want to check that ki our answer is right or wrong there, to add the all probability distribution, your answer should be 1 there. When you add all this term, so it will be 10 upon 10. That means our probability distribution is right there. I hope this concept is clear to you people. Do more and more practice. Thank you.